everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. And today, yeah, the first top 5 was pretty well received. The puppy's already at like 100 likes. Thank y'all a lot for that. I do appreciate it. So we're back at again with another top 5. This time we got top 5 pistols. Now before we get into the video, guys, I want to say a few things. First thing I want to say is that if y'all have been enjoying the content recently and are not subscribed, y'all should totally do so. YouTube tells me that like 80% of the people who watch the videos aren't even subscribed, and like, yo, come on now, guys, it's free. We're on the road to 5,000 subs, and we post daily. So if you do enjoy daily Borderlands and you're trying to help a homie out, a subscription is greatly appreciated. Trying to hit that 5,000 by the end of the year. Second thing I want to talk about before we get into the video is that we're going to be going over the pistols today. And I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the honorable mentions real quick, because I want to mention that I'm only going to be putting one DLC 3 pistol inside of this top 5, mainly because when I was like ranking these, I was like, yo, like the initial like some of like guns I was thinking about putting in the top 5 were all in DLC 3. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna make a rule and I'm gonna just only include one from DLC 3, and I'm just gonna like honorable mention every other pistol from DLC 3 because they are just that darn good. Like truly all the pistols from DLC 3 are just all insane. Anyways, though, some other honorable mentions that I want to talk about are things like the Maggie, the OG ×6 revolver, Jacobs. Unfortunately, it has kind of been outclassed these days. It's still a really good pistol, but I just feel like there are better pistols out there these days. The Gunnerang's another one that I want to mention as an honorable mention. It's pretty good, real unique playstyle. Definitely want to be throwing them as much as you can. So like probably someone on Mo's will probably work really well with it. Although a radiation flag could do pretty well. I've seen another gun I want to give a shout out to is the 7th Sense. The only reason why the 7th Sense is not on here is because you cannot get an anointment on it. So it is an honorable mention. And then another one I want to mention is the Craps Torque pistol from DLC 1. I really like the damage output that puppy can put out, with its main perk being the ability to, I think it's ×6 or 7 projectiles versus ×1, which is really, really good. Anyways, though, boys, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right into the list. Coming in at number 5 is going to be one of the most OG Jacobs pistols in the game. That's going to be the Queen/King's Call. It dropped from Tyrene in the Destroyer's Rift. The Kings and Queen's Calls have been a very prominent weapon ever since the game has come out. They do ricochet on crit, 3 extra pellets at home, and they also heal for a percentage. I think it's about 3% to 20%. Roughly around that, how much they heal based off the damage they do or something like that. It's really, really good. The only thing, like one negative about them is that they only have 6 bullets in the mag, but they fire 3 per shot. So in reality, if you don't hit a single crit, you will only be shooting out 2 pellets, which is not that good. Now, obviously, this is a flak weapon, like super heavily flak related to flak, because obviously you can get Leave No Trace, and you can like hit multiple crits with your Mega Bar with your Galactic Shadow, and continuously be able to chain these ricochets and these homing projectiles that do massive amounts of damage and heal you, which is very, very good. You're seeing in the gameplay, we are rocking a Gorillas in the Mist style setup, and it's pretty deadly what these things can do. This is one of the main like bossing weapons back in the day in Mayhem 3. You get one of these things and you just pop your Gorillas in the Mist and just go ham on the crit spot. Yeah, this was one of the like main guns way back when the game first came out. So yeah, definitely felt like they had to be on here because, you know, they are still really, really good and every player can get them. You don't need a DLC in order to get this puppy. So yeah, the King/Queen's Call does come in at number 5. Oh, also, the only reason why like they're the same thing is that the Queen's Call only comes in certain elements. I think, I really don't know the exact ones, but the King and Queen's Call are the same gun, they just come in different elements. But yeah. Moving on to number 4, we are going to have a Malamon pistol, that being known as the Health Shock, right? Health Shock drops from, I think her name is Vermillion Gua and the Splinterlands, but also it's a pretty decent roll drop. And the Health Shock ricochets, you know, the Malamon balls, but they change element whenever they ricochet, which is pretty good. This gun got a pretty insane buff a couple months back, especially if you are a Mo's player. The Health Shock is very, very good, especially with that fire. You can max a lot of fire in the sky, getting splash damage, which is very, very good. Another good thing about this gun is that obviously everybody can get it, which is always a plus. You don't need any DLC in order to get this puppy, which is very, very good. It only drops in shock and fire. Do keep that in mind. You can't get a cryo one, radiation, or a corrosive one, which does kind of stink. But yeah, that is just how the Hell Shock rolls. Still very, very good. You can get, I mean, really high base damage rolls of like almost 15,000 times 2, which is very, very good. And obviously the ricochets will change the element of ricochet. So if you shoot fire, it ricochets shock. Shoot shock, it ricochets fire, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's going to come in at number 4, the Hell Shock. Really, really good. It just really benefited from that buff it got a couple months ago. The buff to Malamon pistols and pistols in general. Just got a really, really huge buff, and then now it's one of the most viable Mayhem 10 pistols in the game. Coming in at number 3, however, yeah, we're going to start getting to some of the DLC pistols. Unfortunately, some of the vanilla pistols are still good, but the DLC pistols are just insane. So yeah, number 3, as you can see, guys, that is going to be none other than our Lucky 7. Oh man, any of y'all that have been watching the channel recently do know that I do love me some Lucky 7 action. This thing is a complete beast, especially on nose and flag for that matter, for sure. If you guys want to get your hands on one of these, you do got to go farm the Scrap Trap Prime over in the compactor in DLC 1. Do keep that in mind, guys. This is a DLC 1 pistol. You got to have it in order to get it, but it's really good. Basically, the gimmick behind this gun is that you have a 25% chance to roll, I think it's explosive, fully automatic, amp shots, or you know, typical single shots, or you can run multi shots, or you can run fully auto multi explosive shots. This gun has a lot of RNG to it that when it's pushed to its very highest ceiling, maximizing its potential, it's one of the most deadliest guns in the game. Now, the reason why I have this puppy at number 3 and not number 1 is because since it does have a lot of RNG to maximize its potential, you can, you know, be sitting there switching the reload on it for, you know, almost 20 minutes trying to get the perfect roll. I myself love to get the amped multi shots. Those are my favorite ones. It doesn't have to be fully auto. Single shot on semi-automatic works for me, but I love to just get the amped crit shots. They're just does so much extra work, especially, you know, with your Mo's. You can get, you know, you can get your short fuse, you can get your click, you get your sum for the road, you get your redistribution, you get your short fuse, you get your fire in the skag, and you get your torch thrust promotion. You can just overall maximize the insane capability of the Lucky 7, especially on Mo's, which is why I have this gun at number 3. I like to run this thing a lot with the blast magic because I'll never reload it ever whenever I got the right setup. Do keep in mind though, guys, if you have the perfect setup and then you then switch, well, then you will lose the roll of ammo that you got. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, Lucky 7's really, really good. It just takes a lot of RNG to get to its maximum capability versus some of the next 2 guns are just good as soon as you switch to and pull them out regardless. Anyway, so guys, with that being said, we are going to be moving on to our number 2 spot, and that is going to be none other than the DLC 4 Torque Pistol, the Prompt Critical, otherwise known as the Pack-a-Punch Unkempt Herald. Yeah, man, the critical that we're using in the video, I've not done a showcase on. I might do a showcase on this one later in the future. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But yeah, we're using a 160 splash with this one right here, and it's doing massive amounts of work. We got the times, I think this one is this one's, I'm pretty sure, is either obviously times 3 or times 4, but it's really, really good. The main perk on this gun is that more stickies that you put on a target, the more damage and damage radius that those stickies are going to do, which is obviously very insane if you think of something like a Minesweeper with this, with you know, times 3, times 4 pellet count. I mean, you're going to be quickly amplifying your damage and your damage radius, just overall like allowing you to instantly kill things like insanely fast. We're not even doing that here. We're mostly using the impact side of things. But yeah, dude, the critical is one of the most insane like torque weapons out there. Like I look at it as a better version of the Craft and a better version of the Herald. This thing can like have a 20k times 3 base damage, which is insane. And then you give this something like 200 splash, can set kits, 160 slash, something like that, dude. You give this thing a Minesweeper. We're using a Blast Master in this video, in the footage right here, but you give this thing like a Minesweeper. I mean, the instant death carnage you can cause with thing is absolutely insane, especially if you're on Mo's and you get your torch cross promotion, you get your fire in the skag, then you get your short fuse, all that good stuff, dude. You're gonna quickly amp up your damage with this thing exponentially, and it's just overall, it's just an insane weapon. It definitely is the best torque pistol in my humble opinion. I do like the craps, don't get me wrong, and I used to like the foursome back in Mayhem 4. Unfortunately, Mayhem 10 kind of neutered that gun. And then, like, I mean, the Herald's really, really good, but the critical, in my opinion, is just better. Let me know y'all opinions on the critical down below. But for me, it comes in at a very, very strong number 2 spot. But with that being said, though, we had to get into the number 1 spot. Oh, the critical, you can farm Evil Lilith over in the Castle Crimson. Yeah, if you want to farm for it. Coming in at number 1, guys, it's gonna be none other than the Beacon. Boy, oh boy, this gun is a complete stud. It's basically a Hell Shock, but better. It can come in any element. So yeah, you can get a cryo one. You can get a cryo and radiation one. Hell yeah, cryo corrosive, cryo fire, radiation, corrosive, radiation shock. I mean, dude, it comes in any element. It does insane damage, and the main perk on this thing is that whenever you reload, you're going to release a Nova of that same element that you are currently equipped to. So if you have a radiation element, or you will then reload and then shoot out a radiation Nova, which does get fired and skagged in and gets mayhem scaling, which is fucking crazy, dude. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh yeah, we're using a Blastmaster in this setup, which is pretty nice. If you want to go farm for the Beacon, you do got to go farm Jarek Logan in the Blood Sun Canyon, which is not that bad. Or, you know, you can just go from the Ruiner. It's really insane. Also, keep in mind, guys, there's a bit of a glitch going on with some of these pistols going on Mo's, is that with short fuse and 390, you can almost literally instantly one-shot a boss. I don't have any 390 pistols on me at the moment, but whenever I do, I'll probably get playing around with that. So yeah, dude, the Beacon is just absolutely insane. You get the splash damage. I mean, you can roll this thing into a ×2, 20k base damage ×2, get your consec kits. You're gonna have a very fun time. Get your sum for the road, spec far into the bottomless max tree for Mo's. Make sure you are, you know, making maximum usage of, you know, your ammo capabilities. I love a Blastmaster with this thing. It's absolutely disgusting. It's nuts. It's gross. It does a shit ton of damage. And overall, I just look at the Beacon as an upgraded Hell Shock. And yeah, it comes in at number 1. It is the only DLC 3 pistol that we have in the top 5. Guys, if I was to put, you know, rank things like the Light Show and the Gargoyle and the Unkempt Herald, like, bro, that would take up so much of the list. I had to just include one, and my favorite is the Beacon. So the Beacon does come in at number 1. Anyways, though, guys, let me know your top 5 pistols at the bottom, or in the comment sections below. I want to know. These are mine as of October 6, 2020. Yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, then make sure to drop your load on that like button and subscribe if you are new. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you guys do enjoy daily Borderlands 3 and trying to help a homie out, a subscription is greatly appreciated. Guys, let's see if we can hit 100 likes on this video like we did in the last top 5, and we will come at you guys very soon with another one. Anyways, though, guys, my name's Kree. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. The Beacon slaps. It's so good. So is Lucky 7, Prompt Critical, Hell Shock, and obviously, you know, our calls. Anyways, though, guys, my name's Kree. Hope y'all did enjoy the video, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
You are the one, all said and done. You left me all